we must fix the heat in this building. We have sweaters and hats. So Merry Christ Hanukkah Kwanzaamas. I'll do that again. Merry Christ Hanukkah Kwanzaamas. So happy holidays, and whatever you're celebrating, you're welcome here. Whatever you're celebrating and whatever you call it, what's really happening this time of year and all of your life is that you're celebrating an awakening that is within you, an awakening to being a spiritual essence that happens to be in this vessel of this beautiful body, temple that carries your soul. Who knew, right? I mean, is that what's being advertised on the TV? How's your spiritual awakening coming? Have you been meditating today? Did you tell someone how much you loved them? Did you know that was free? Yeah, not so much, right? So Christmas, in a way, we kind of miss it. We kind of forget what it's all about. And that's why we come to spiritual community to remember. Because as is the song, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but the greatest gift you'll bring is the carol that's in your heart. The carol that's in your heart. So today's talk is deep in the heart of Christmas because we want to remember what this is really about. Because Christmas tends to bring, or this time of year tends to bring, a lot of stress for people. You know, your to-do list that maybe had about 3 or 4 things on it already has about 25 things on it. And we're sort of rushing around, and there's this kind of thing that happens. It's not about spiritual awakening. It's sort of 10 days to Christmas, you know, calm down, you know, peace on earth and goodwill to men, but hurry up. And then here comes December 25th, and the sun will come up, and the sun will go down, and it will be just like every other day. Because every day of your life is an opportunity and really your spiritual responsibility to know who you are. So this period of time is one that it's a real, you know, even more vibrational time, but it's even more important that we recognize that Christmas is deep in your heart. But it does get confusing, doesn't it? I mean, from the day you're this big, you know it's about what Santa's gonna bring you, what do you want for Christmas, what should I get for my friends, what should I get for my family, and it tends to be this outer thing rather than this inner thing. You know, it's like this little boy that was praying for his Christmas time, and he was with his mother, and he's saying, I want a train, and I want a remote car, and I want a bicycle, he hollers. And his mother said, God isn't deaf. God can hear you. And he says, yeah, but grandma downstairs is kind of deaf. So we kind of get set up for this thing. It's a little confusing. And I will tell you, all these beautiful things in the stores and all these beautiful things that are going on, it gets a little confusing. There was a pastor's wife that came home, and she had a $350 dress. And the pastor looks at the receipt and says, dear, $350 dress, you know, what's happening? And she said, oh, honey, you know, the devil made me do it. And he said, yes, but don't you know what we teach is you say, devil, get behind me. And she said, yeah, but the devil said it looked good from the back too. It gets a little confusing. It does. And I must have to do a shout out to our amazing group of our choir that gives their time and energy and usually watches the service from the back of our heads. And so let's just give them a hand for their service. It's true. And few of us look as good from the back as we do from the front, but now Duke Tufty, who I'm sorry had a memorial service today and he couldn't be here because it's getting kind of close to the end of the year for end of the year reviews, and I was gonna talk about how great his hair always looks from the back. It always even looks good from the back and the front, but he's not here to schmooze up, so anyway. But it does, it definitely does. So we want to get into what this is really about. So December 25th doesn't roll around and we're thinking, oh, it isn't really what I wanted it to be. People aren't acting the way I want them to be. I didn't really get the gift I wanted to get. I didn't have the money to give the gifts I wanted to get. And we sort of miss the whole thing. So maybe it's important to know why we're doing what we're doing and what we're really celebrating. Because I often wonder, now see, we're celebrating Jesus' birthday, okay, quite literally. What we are also celebrating is what Jesus was teaching, which is the Christ within you that is awakening. But Jesus came in the form of a baby. Born as a baby from a woman. Did anybody else have that experience? Right? So he came onto this earth like all of us because his main message was, it's not within me. What is within me is within you. And you're here to do greater things, greater things. He's like, the stuff I'm doing, walking on water and healing people that, are ill, that's nothing compared to what you guys are going to do. Greater things you are here to do. So as much as everyone wants to worship Jesus, that's not what Jesus wanted. He wanted you to carry on with his teachings. And so that's what we want to ask ourselves when Christmas is a celebration, celebration of this Christ light that's within all of us. And that's what we're celebrating. So he came as a baby, grew up as a human being. He could have come as an angel. He could have come as we don't know what, but he came as a human being to remind us that it's in every one of us. So is that what we're celebrating as we celebrate Christmas? Because I often think if we were celebrating Jesus' birthday, and Jesus came back right now to check out what's happening on his birthday, right? And he'd look around and like, oh, lights, that's nice. Lots of pictures of me around. That's nice. I don't really get the thing about cutting down the tree and putting it in a bucket of water in your house. I'm not sure about that, but lots of people seem to want to do that. But I think he would really ask the profound question, where's the cake? Where's the cake? And if you think that fruit cake is my birthday cake, you've got another thing coming. I think he'd ask, where's the cake? Because we do the icing of Christmas really well, don't we? We do the lights and everything's beautiful. Lights are beautiful and the presents are beautiful and the songs are beautiful and the food is amazing. But where's the cake? If someone just gave you a bunch of icing for your birthday and candles wouldn't even stick in it, because it's the cake that's what's important. It's the heart of the season that makes it the thing that will last and not the thing that maybe you don't even remember what people gave you last year, but you remember the people, right? Because where's the cake of this experience? Where's the heart of Christmas? Because that is probably not what's on your television set and it's not what's in your newspaper. It's the thing that we forget. It's like the little boy that I put in the bulletin, don't refer to it right now, but he said, Christmas is the sound that happens when we stop opening the presents. That's it. It's that place that's deeper. It's the experience of what's in our heart. I had to laugh. I have a group of people that come over on an annual basis for this kind of crazy white elephant party. And before they came, a girlfriend of mine and I were decorating my house, and lights. And I'm at the store thinking, do we need another extension cord? And do I have enough lights? And do they blink right? And I'm thinking, I stopped because I was in that place of not Christmas. And I thought, you know what? Nobody would come to my house if I wasn't there. The house could look beautifully decorated, and if they walk in and I'm not there, they'd be like, what happened? Oh, but she really wanted the house to look nice. She's not here. That who we are is the heart of Christmas, and that's the deal. So where is the cake? See, the thing is that we're celebrating love today. And love, as Duke has said, if you go to a doctor and say, I want a love test, and he gives you a love test, he's going to say, I can't find any love in you. And we know that all we are is love. But love can't be measured or tested or bought. It has to be expressed. It has to be engaged. And so as these people that tend to think that we get up and we sort of do things and produce things and buy things and that that's sort of how Christmas is, because that's how we started to believe it is, often we have to remind ourselves of what is really going on. What's really happening? Where's the cake? Well, I had an interesting experience this year that probably was one of the best, basically absolutely my Christmas gift for the year. Because celebrating your own birthday is just as important as celebrating Jesus' birthday. Because remember, he said, greater things shall you do. So your birthday is really important. And my microphone is just doing its own little thing, but not you guys. I'm sorry, I look up like it's somebody's error, but it's not. It's just my face. So this year, for my birthday, I did something a little different. Well, I broke up the week. And the first part of the week, I went to Las Vegas, which is something that's kind of fun for me. I like the shows, I like the food. And so that was the first half of the week. And then on my birthday, I flew to San Francisco and to a place that I go on a yearly basis. But I decided this year on my birthday, I wanted to give myself this gift of a 5-day silent retreat.